Fans of Kat Timpf, known online as Kat Timpf, are reeling in the wake of a tragic event that has shaken the internet and silenced one of the most fearless voices in late-night political commentary. Kat, celebrated for her wit, fearless viewpoints, and unflinching satire, seemed untouchable until devastating news broke this morning. A lightning strike during a violent overnight storm ignited a fire at her family's weekend cabin in upstate New York, engulfing the wooden structure before emergency services could fully respond. According to local fire authorities, the fire spread rapidly through the dry timber exterior. Kat and her sister were able to flee the cabin, but her elderly parents, Richard and Susan Timpf, were tragically overcome by the flames before firefighters could reach them. Both were later pronounced dead at the scene. As news of the fire emerged just after daybreak, the internet responded with an outpouring of grief and support. The hashtag #PrayForKat quickly began trending, filled with heartfelt messages from fans, fellow commentators, and even critics. One fan wrote, "I love her strength every night on TV. Send her our hearts now." News outlets paused their regular programming to acknowledge the loss, and colleagues across networks shared emotional tributes to Kat's intelligence, warmth, and razor-sharp humor. Even those who frequently challenged her on political issues came forward in solidarity. A well-known analyst posted, "Tonight, we're all Kat Timpf fans. I'm devastated by her passing." Just before noon, Kat, known for her dark humor and emotional honesty, responded with a deeply moving post. She shared a simple black-and-white photograph of her parents standing side by side, accompanied by a quiet but powerful caption, "Thank you, Mom and Dad, for every sunrise. You taught me to love without boundaries and to express my opinions. My idols will always be you." The post quickly went viral, touching millions who saw not just a public figure, but a grieving daughter expressing raw, heartfelt loss. Fans and fellow public figures continued to send love and strength with comments like, "Hold tight, Kat, we stand with you," and "Their legacy lives on in you," sending you love across every time zone. Those closest to Kat describe her as numb but fiercely determined, sheltering in her New York City apartment with a tight circle of friends and colleagues offering comfort, conversation, and shared memories filled with laughter and tears. Her agent confirmed that Kat has canceled all public appearances and episodes of her weekly podcast to focus on private mourning. Beyond the personal tragedy, this event has sparked wider discussion about fire safety at remote properties. Experts are urging homeowners to create defensible zones around cabins, install lightning rods, and routinely check smoke detectors and extinguishers. In a moment of quiet resolve, Kat hopes her parents' deaths will prompt greater awareness. Plans are underway to create a memorial fund in their honor aimed at distributing fire prevention kits to vulnerable, remote communities. "If you own a cabin or a getaway," she wrote, "check your alarms, know your escape routes, and never ignore weather warnings." Her first public tweet after the tragedy ended with, "I love you, everyone. Be careful." Through all this heartbreak, fans are learning something profound from Kat's experience, that even those who appear the most invincible can be brought to their knees by sudden loss. Yet, from that pain can come resilience, purpose, and a renewed commitment to life's fragile beauty. Friends say Kat continues to embody the courage, insight, and determination instilled in her by her parents. Their love and wit, once quietly present behind the scenes of her shows and interviews, are now front and center in the legacy she carries forward. To honor the lives of Richard and Susan Timpf, Kat's fanbase is organizing a virtual candlelight vigil. Supporters will share personal reflections, rewatch clips of her parents' spontaneous moments on her podcast, and post images from family gatherings that capture their joy and humor. As evening falls and news feeds fill with tributes, Fame Frame Channel encourages viewers to take a moment, light a candle, and reflect on the lives lost and the light that remains. Richard and Susan didn't just raise a media personality. They raised a fighter, a truth-teller, and a daughter who carries their wisdom into every conversation she starts and every platform she speaks from. In her own words, "They taught me to speak truth to power. Now I speak this truth. Every sunrise is a gift, and life is precious." The strength of a community, shown through compassion and shared grief, is sometimes the only thing that can shine in the darkness. Tonight, that light burns brightly for Richard, for Susan, and for Kat.